Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Armstrong with today's Therapeutic Talks. And on the podcast part of this show, it is called Common Sense Conversations with Dr. Armstrong. I know this has been a while. Again, I say this just about on every video. But I am really going to try to be more consistent in providing the content that you guys are needing or looking for. Okay. Um, get the commercial out the way. Please like, subscribe, and share. That would be uh, very much appreciated. Today, what we're going to talk about in short um, when you have very low emotional feelings, very low negative emotional feelings, um, and you're trying to avoid those feelings, Um, I think what we can do first is let's take a look at culture. Let's take a look at culture. Culture today um, has placed emphasis on many meaningless things. Meaningless things, meaning that um, our emotions or our emotional happiness is based on what we're seeing others do in our environment, in our culture. Um, and some of the things, here's what we're going to look at. Um, some of the things that will put you in that low negative emotional state are drugs and alcohol. A lot of people turn to that, right? They turn to the drugs, they turn to the alcohol as ways and means of just masking or numbing how they feel, the numbing aspect of how they feel, okay? Trying to escape reality, dissociating themselves from what is actually happening because it's something negative, instead of working through what needs to be handled, all right? Excessive online shopping. Again, that's another way to try to escape how you're feeling. Addictions. All right. There are so many things that you can be addicted to in this day and age. Social media, um, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, uh, other forms of addiction that are out there. We all know what they are. Some people will sleep too much. And then on the flip of that, some people will overwork themselves. All right. Some men turn to gaming. All right. Gaming as a means and a way to just, again, try to avoid that feeling. And then there's the common behavior of binge eating and binge watching now is part of that. Binge watching. You watch a show and you just binge on that show. But let's look at some ways to try to get around feeling that low negative emotion. All right. Some healthier coping mechanisms for uncomfortable emotions would be get up and do some cleaning. Cleaning your house, it gives you a sense of oneness and connectedness with your environment, your habitual living space. Uh, Artwork. Some people love to draw. Draw. Do some type of artwork. Cook a meal. Yoga. Maybe do photography or even videography. Um, Drink a tea. Sometimes the caffeine will give you a little bit of a jolt of a positive emotional state. Uh, Talk to yourself. Give yourself a pep talk. And I recommend people do that in the mornings, simply because we wake up to a world of uncertainty sometimes. And we know that things are not getting better per se with the rate of inflation. People are having financial struggles and trials. Give yourself a pep talk that will greatly help you in carrying out your daily journey instead of just waking up, going through a routine. Sometimes, I'm I'm I'm, I'm Christian and I love gospel music. And back in the, I must maybe say late '90s, there was a song called "Encourage Yourself," speak over yourself. Sometimes you have to do that. Encourage yourself. All right. Go for a walk. Engage in a hobby. Um, Play games with your kids. Practice breathing exercises. Here's a good one. Pray. Pray. Put on things that have great aromas, whether it's cologne, perfume, lotions. Aromatherapy is a big, big emotional booster in this day and age, okay? Reading a book, it helps put you in a better frame of mind than just dissociating from it negatively, all right? Reading, get you a stress ball, get you some of the Chinese balls that you just roll around in your hand. All of these things are natural, holistic ways instead of taking medication to help alleviate some of the stress that you're feeling. Spend time with nature, call a friend, use a relaxation app. There are many free apps out there now that can help a person relax. All right? Go get you a massage or start writing in a journal. Journaling is one of the easiest ways to cope with uncomfortable and negative emotions. All right? And I think with all of that being said, um, the more we learn to process and work through those negative emotional uh, feelings, the more emotionally regulated and equipped we can become with knowing and being aware of when they're rising up in us. Okay. Um, One of the fastest ways that I think to heal, one of the fastest ways to heal uh, is to avoid rejection, avoid shame, avoid the loneliness, avoid the grief, avoid things that cause the anxiety. Sometimes we put ourselves in these predicaments. Now, if you happen to be in a situation where you just can't do that, then that's where some of these coping mechanisms come in at. Okay. Um, and some of the easier, the best mechanism to heal is just by ripping the band aid off and going straight for it. Go for what is making you feel uncomfortable. Notice it. All right. Notice it. Okay. Being self aware is what helps us in so many ways heal from trauma. Oftentimes, we put a band aid on the trauma and we go on about our day, we go on about our life. And then that trauma sits in us and we're not, we're trying to mask it and we're not aware of it. You have to be aware of your emotional self. And then from there, you have to heal. All right? These are ways to help you heal. All of the things that I've called out, those are ways to help you heal. Um, Listen, folks, it's Black History Month, right? And I try not to make this all about race or anything like that. But as a Black person, I've seen the trauma of a people. I've seen the stigma around mental health and mental health services. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to them. There are professionals out here that can help you. We are here. I don't know how easier I can put it other than saying we are here. To the Black men who may be watching this, let your pride go. We're here to help you heal. We're not here to judge you. We're here to help you. All right? So, folks, thank you for listening. I do hope that something that was said today can help you on your healing journey, and that you can be a testimony that someone else through you might be able to heal as well. Thank you all again for listening, and I will try to be more consistent. Thank you, folks. Have a great day.